In a world with stickers, plain white t-shirts, and samurais,
comes the Super Media Brothers podcast.
Insert Mike Tyson joke. This summer, turn the damn music down. The audience can't hear this trailer. Thank you. This summer, experience the Samurai Cops.
Midnight Agent Raw.
And this bitch Okami.
What's up, motherfuckers?
This afternoon.
Ish.
Night.
Welcome to episode 20 of the Super Media Brothers podcast.
In a world.
God damn it.
When two podcasters get together in one night, shit goes down.
Really down. Like, way the fuck down. Like, our approval.
Yeah, you two listeners out there, listen up.
Listen, you fuckers. Both of you fuckers. That is the sound of your heart.
About to explode.
About to explode everywhere. Ew. That was not so much of an explosion.
That was a very mild explosion.
Very mild. All right. So, if you're still listening, thank fuck. So,
we appreciate you.
that's right. We've got a really cool episode lined up for you guys today. We are discussing Samurai Cop 2, the follow-up to our bonus episode, Pretty Fly for a Samurai, 50 Shades of Podcast.
And I know what you're thinking. They made a second one?
They actually made a second one.
Heaven forbid.
No. Heaven not forbid,
No.
sir. Because Kickstarter and Indiegogo are things that exist.
Yes.
And there are things that exist also called hardcore fans.
Yes.
Thank them so much for funding this movie and bringing us Joe fucking Marshall.
Again.
For the second time.
And again.
For the second time?
With a samurai cop.
Yeah.
Katana.
Before we get into why he thinks that it means Japanese sword,
Yes.
we could not do this episode alone. If you guys have listened to episode 3, Dab Punks, and then listened to the bonus episode, Pretty Fly for a Samurai, we brought along Dollar Store Dev. So, for episode 20, we have brought, once again, Dollar Store Dev.
Dab for you, Devin.
What's up?
That's right! Dollar Store Dev has returned to this motherfucker.
Lit as fuck.
Yeah! Lit as fuck!
Yo, I'm so hyped to be here.
I know. My God. But before we get into the meat of this fucking podcast, we've got a couple of things to say. One thing to say, and another to get off of our chest. So, first line of business, stickers.
Bitches, we have stickers.
Motherfucker, we have stickers.
And you want them now.
You fucking want them all over your body.
$9.99 a sticker. Buy now.
Yeah.
No, not really. You don't buy them.
Yeah, we're not even fucking selling them. We are giving them to you guys for absolutely free.
Wait, for free?
For fucking free.
Oh my goodness.
But wait, there's more.
There's totally so much more. Billy Mays here when new stickers go out.
Super Media Brothers.
That's right. So, if you guys out there want a free sticker, we don't care if you live in the continental United States or out of the country. Wherever you are listening from, we will mail you a sticker for free. Here's the one thing that you must do to get this sticker.
Are you listening?
I hope you're listening.
Open your ears.
Put us in your ears with headphones and listen fucking closely. Yeah! So,
Got that out of the way.
yes, if you want a free sticker and you're listening on Apple Podcasts, go below our show page, give us a rating and a review, take a screenshot message it to us on Facebook to prove that it was you, and you can find us at facebook.com/supermediabros. Or go give us a rating and review on our Facebook page. Again, messages telling us it was you. Yeah, it'll show up, but damn it, go a little further. Give us some fucking proof. You can message us, we respond quickly.
Give us your honest opinion.
That's right. Be honest. If we suck, tell us we suck. We'll send you.
We'll still send you a sticker.
Yeah, we'll fucking send you a sticker anyway. Like, well, we're sorry we suck. Here's something to make up for that.
Slap it on your car.
Please slap it on your car. Slap it on your girlfriend's ass. Slap it on your own ass.
Preferably on your girlfriend's ass.
Or boyfriend's ass. Either way. Yeah, just put it on an ass. Because we're ass-tastic.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay. So if you're going to do that, do it now. Pause this motherfucker and go do it.
Pause.
Yes. Pause it right now.
No, we're all paused.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat real fast. Oh, wait, is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
Shit!
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I gotta go do this real fast. Hold on. Okay, I'm good.
All right, cool. That was fucking quick. You're like a Hoover. Mm-hmm. Oh, suck it. Okay, so if you want the free stickers, that's how you go do it. Leave us a rating and review on either iTunes or on Facebook. Send us a message on Facebook. Show us that you did it, and we will confer with you and get your shipping info and all that shit, and we'll mail it out to you.
And your credit card number and your social and your date of birth and everything else important. But no.
Please, God, no.
But yes.
Yes.
Give it to Dollar Store Devin.
I work at the dollar store. I need all the money I can get.
He's...
He ain't lying.
No, he ain't lying. Okay, so on to the second thing that we have to get off of our chest.
And it's more of a story.
It's more of a story. It's not just a story. It is also a fucking mystery. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, find out what the fuck happened with the plain white tees as they liked our Instagram account, talked to us for a little bit via emojis, and then fucking peaced out. What the fuck?
Update! Plain White Tees don't give a shit about Me and the Brothers podcast.
That's right. They don't give a fuck about us, man.
As somebody who grew up with Unsolved Mysteries, I'm so happy to hear that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, this is the Unsolved Mystery, and it's a short fucking story, but god damn. Okay, we posted a picture about the stickers going out. The plain white tees commented with the fire emoji, like implying that it's lit as fuck. And I'm sitting here just like, is it really them? I go look, there's the verification badge, and I was just like, holy fuck, these guys are still a band?
They didn't die. It's just their careers that died.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. But I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. It's random. Sure, whatever. And I was excited about it. I was like, hey, man, like, fuck. Look, if you guys want some stickers, like, we'll fucking hook you up. And then they replied with a heart emoji. Like, I've got, dude, if you guys are doubting the fucking credibility of this, I have fucking screenshots to prove this shit. So.
He ain't lying.
No, I'm not.
Posted on the page.
Yeah, very straight up. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And then they reply with a heart. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm stupid. I didn't even ask these guys for a P.O. box. Because it's not like, oh, give me your address. I was like, if you guys have a P.O. box, we'll fucking send you some stickers. And then the next day, I kind of am just like scrolling through, checking our shit. And they are nowhere to be found. And neither are 300 other people that they have followed. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, who runs their account? Does their manager run it? Did one of them just get drunk and just start like arbitrarily like liking different accounts?
I mean, some random hookup probably got a hold of their phone and was like, ooh, this looks fun. I'm going to follow this one. And did it like 300 times.
You know, I think I know something that's a little bit more realistic, actually.
Please inform us and inform our listeners, sir.
So, okay, whenever I was in like 9th grade, Instagram was first starting to really take off. And so in high school, like, social media is everything. Like, it's basically your popularity in a nutshell.
It's your life.
Yeah. So, me being the lame peasant that I was,
Peasant.
yeah, I Googled how to get more followers on Instagram, and consistently in almost every single article, it said to follow a bunch of people, because then they know that you exist, and then they start to follow you. So what I'm thinking happened is, Plain White Tees know that they're not relevant, so they followed you, and a bunch of other people, then when y'all followed back, or messaged them, or whatever, they unfollowed. So, yeah, that they're just doing that.
Maybe the flame emoji was for burn.
Probably.
Well, I just want to know. Oh, why'd you follow me? Oh, why'd you unfollow me? Fuck!
I feel like they should be better than that. Like, they should be above this.
It's probably management. I'll chalk it up to that. They're
Yeah.
probably really nice dudes, and we're just giving them shit because this was fucking humorous as all get out. I'm just saying.
I hope they hear this.
I don't know if they will. They unfollowed it. They were just like, no. Maybe I'll fucking tag them in it. Who knows?
Just hashtag the ever living shit of the post.
Do it. Hashtag hearts and flames. Fuckers.
Like my love life.
That's right. Okay, guys. Let's get on with it. The main goddamn event. Mr. Gregory Hatanaka gave us the gift of Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance.
Woo!
We literally just watched it. I've seen it a few times. You've seen it a few times.
Yeah.
This was your first time, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have two people that have seen this a handful of times and a brand new...
Perspective.
Yes. So, this is going to be from the top on down review of this film. All the shenanigans, every little thing in this fucking movie. It's just... So, from the top, let's get into it.
Not all at once now.
No, I mean, shove it on right in. So, obviously, the budget was, like I said, Kickstarter Indiegogo raised $1.5 million for this movie. And that is
substantially higher than the first film.
Absolutely, like $1.5 million more than the original. Just saying. Because, yeah. If you guys have listened to that other episode, there was, like, no fucking budget. No goddamn budget.
I loved it, though.
Oh, I did too.
Cash Money Records would have jumped all over that shit. So,
Bruh.
the movie takes place 25 years after the first film, which the movie opens in 1991 after taking down the Katana crime organization. Joe is planning to settle down with Jennifer, and she is suddenly murdered at the park.
And how did it go down? Oh, sir, hey, you're a cop. Go find my sister. She's somewhere over there. Hey, what's her name? What does she look like? She has her hair wrapped up in a ponytail. She's over there. You better hurry real quick. Click. Like,
Yeah, he
all
gets
within 5 seconds of that, it was just click.
Joe Marshall, the samurai cop, is outwitted by a fuckwit.
Yeah. Also, this movie takes place in 1991, which we are to assume is the same time period of the first one, right?
Well, that scene does, yeah.
Right.
So, obviously...
He looks really old. Like, Joe Marshall aged like a banana within, 2 minutes.
Yeah. And I'm trying to be nice about that and say, well, maybe it was implied that the events of Samurai Cop took place in the late 80s or some shit, because there's a line he mentions to Jennifer where he's all like, after all these years together, and I'm just like, yeah, all these years in a matter of 5 fucking minutes, because holy shit.
It really took a toll on Joe.
That's what marriage does to a man.
In a year or two, it harmed him. It hurt him. It broke him. Even love harmed him.
It fucked him real bad.
Because he went from 20 to 50.
Literally. So that fucking happens. And
then 25 years later, he's still the same look as he was 25 years ago.
pretty much. But, of course, yeah, 25 years later, Fujiyama has reorganized the katana.
From the dead.
Yeah.
But not the dead.
Yeah.
Because he's alive.
He's fucking...
Somehow.
He was shot to death in the first one. This motherfucker's back.
Nobody officially dies in these two at all.
Maybe it's like Aqua Teen Hunger Force where nothing is actually canon.
This yeah, Aqua Teen Samurai Force. Am I to assume?
Am I to assume that this is Aqua Teen Samurai Force?
Yeet.
All right, cool. I'm sorry.
Mixed reactions with that word.
Meatwad would have approved of this shit a long time ago.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Shut up!
Hey,
Trying to sleep!
hey, shut up, Cup. I'm not sorry about that at all. You're welcome.
Oh, that was my childhood.
Man, why got everybody gonna be like that over here?
Why you gotta be like, I'm looking for the guy who freaking smashed my car.
Who smashed my freaking car?
Who smashed my... God damn it. Tangent. So, I want to point out that the Katana are actually in the middle of a gang war with the Shinjuku and Ginza clans, which are mentioned so fucking much throughout this movie, and you don't know who belongs to what clan other than key characters.
I wasn't sure who was fighting the entire time.
It was
really
just... It was just one giant Yakazu.
One big Asian clusterfuck. Because I still don't know who fought who.
Yakuza clusterfuck.
What the fuck?
Yakuza, what the fuck? So,
Yakuza the Yakuza.
right? What the scene? Okay, the opening scene that the fucking the senator who is in the pocket of the katana has no goddamn idea that the chick he is fucking is the daughter of the head of this clan.
Speaking of in the pocket, he's in her pocket.
He
too.
definitely is in her pocket.
Hot pocket.
Yum.
And in her prison wallet.
That's right, sir.
Mm.
So she kills him, and then it's boom. Cut to the what? Didn't they cut right to the fucking police force? Like,
Yeah.
They cut right to. If I'm not mistaken, they cut to Frank, and they introduce him after so long.
Yeah.
Fucking a chick who presumably is like his wife. I'm guessing.
The way that she talked was like she's been there like forever.
I mean, she could be just a side hoe for like years.
Yeah.
I love the amount of fourth wall breaking in this movie, starting with this one particular scene where he gives the very famous ooh look on his face.
Yeah.
And gives the wink afterwards.
Mwah, perfect love letter.
You get nice ass and Frank's face looking at you. It's perfect.
I want that on like a postcard or of some sort, you know?
Just his face be like, ooh.
yeah.
No, just that on a poster on my wall.
Framed.
Yes. Signed by Frank and that chick.
Ooh.
Mark Frazier, if you're listening, please do us a solid. We don't give a fuck if you just screen cap it from a trailer and just like print it out at Walgreens and sign it. Just fucking do it.
I'll take it.
That's right. So,
Send 3, one for each of us.
right? But what I want to point out is by the opening and then by the reintroduction of Frank Washington, you get the tone that this movie is going for. It is literally a purposely done love letter to the fans of the original film. Like, the cheese factor was purposely placed like everywhere.
Not just the cheese though, but also like certain props, like the lion head, like the fake lion head
Yeah,
from the original that was in the background of Old Boy's place, like constantly.
Which they did that a lot in this movie. They took a lot of the older stuff and put it in this one.
And set pieces and things like that. Even costumes, I really, really liked that. Just the fact that they put in that kind of effort, I don't know. I really dug it.
To appease the fan base.
yes, and also like pointless sex scenes again, but
Porn galore.
right. So
With actual porn stars that
If you
I have
haven't-
seen before. And it basically gave big old Leroy down here some
chubster.
PTSD.
Yeah.
He was kind of triggered.
pretty triggered, solid dick.
Yeah,
So did they literally go casting on Pornhub for these people?
pretty much.
Okay.
I'm presuming so.
Just want to make that
Right.
clear.
I can
but-
respect that.
But what happens is Frank and his new partner, find a medallion of some sort that's placed on the senator's body, which leads him to find Joe Marshall, who is 400 fucking miles away
Isolated
in some fucking like
refinery or something.
that's all it looks like is a refinery or something. And he finds him, And Joe is basically sworn off, like, fighting, the sword, like, all this other shit like that. And he's trying to just live a peaceful fucking life because he's irritated that Frank didn't help him when his wife was murdered. Or he couldn't help him when his wife was murdered. And he asked him for help and all this other shit because Frank was pissed off that Joe kind of bailed on him.
And then the start of this sequence over and over again. Before they could even finish a conversation with each other, shit starts going down.
They get shot at every fucking time they try to have a conversation in this movie. So,
I mean, any literal, like, emotional scene, or I use that word very vaguely, any kind of, like, bond that they have, like, look, this is about to go down. That's all I fucking see.
bullets goddamn flying everywhere.
Ninja stars, oh my god.
And with that, immediately, the swearing off of the violence and shit goes out the goddamn window, with the exception of the sword, mind you. And that leads into my next thing, that there's more fucking actual fight sequences in this movie than the first one. There's more actual, like, kung fu ninja shit happening.
Well-produced fight scenes.
But also, they really sped up the camera work. Like, they did some Mad Max Fury Road levels of, like, speeding up, just like in the original one, which I really liked, because the choreographed scenes were much, much more well done, but at the same time, they were still in the spirit of the original Samurai Cop.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and that's what I liked about it. They seem to have brought the spirit of the original into this one with a bigger budget, and you know, these people, some of the people that were in the original can actually act now.
Yeah.
So Matt Hannon, like Matthew Karadis, was more believable this time around.
Yeah.
And that's not a slight, because he was younger back then. But like now, he's been around. He's done stand-up comedy and shit like that, and he's done shit for 25 years. So he's, you know,
He's well seasoned now.
absolutely like a great steak.
He's grit.
Delicious.
Chewy. Soft. Moist.
I knew it was fucking coming. Just like
That's what he said.
Hey.
But
Ayo.
so anyway, so he finds Joe, and after they fucking dispense all the fucking ninjas, and they're just like, "Fuck you guys, we're gonna kick your ass."
We're gonna air quote ninjas real loudly.
Thank you, fucking Dr. Phil. Thank you for that.
Because literally none of these ninjas in this entire movie were ninja-like at all. They was just like, "Ha! I'm going to kill you!"
But that's exactly what a ninja is.
But they weren't silent.
It don't matter.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes!
No.
Bitch. I was-
Fight me.
Fight me, you fucking cunt!
Exactly.
You're
Shout
wrong,
out to
man.
Tom Hardy. That's my boy.
Right? So we received the quote plot of this movie that Joe agrees to help Frank on the account that Frank reopens the case of his wife's murder.
Right.
And then we get the title of the film dropped right there, so you can rain down your deadly vengeance.
Boom.
Bitch!
Next scene.
They could have dropped it right there. Cut credits.
With this cheesy, like, 80s guitar music.
Wow! You know, that was a really fucked up
That
animal.
was like Axl Rose having a bad day.
So every day?
Yeah, literally.
Are you feeling like Axl Rose today?
Didn't kill yourself.
Please don't.
No, I don't promote suicide.
No.
I do.
Shut up.
I don't.
This
that was
ep-
totally a joke.
This episode of the
He's
Super-
just a bitch.
you asshole.
Look, man, I'm just trying to numb my own pain, okay?
This episode
Do
of the
that
Super-
Offset.
God damn it, I can't even do a fucking ad!
Yes, because that's how this movie is portrayed.
Yeah.
Nobody can complete a goddamn sentence without someone overlapping them.
Well, now the joke is gone. I can't even do it anymore.
It's a killing joke.
It is. Fuck you. Fuck you. Asshole.
Ah!
Ah!
Anyway.
This episode of the Super Meaty Brothers podcast is brought to you by Prozac. I fucking will end you!
Try me.
Ah!
Shit,
God
you knocked my
damn
damn
it.
mic down.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you back.
No, fuck you.
Bitch.
Bitch. I will fuck it. I'm sorry. I love you, man.
No,
You're
don't.
such an adorable couple.
We've been told that.
Nobody asked y'all.
Nobody asked y'all a damn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn
Damn thing.
Fuck. So
What
And
you
back to
want?
the movie.
what you want? Yeah, back to the fucking movie.
Right.
Any fucking way. So they get on a plane, and this fucking sequence is probably one of the funniest ones in the movie. So they're sitting on a plane, and the fucking the guy from the restaurant in the first movie,
Sebastian.
thank you, comes on. He's fucking wheeling the cart, and they look up, and he's all just like,
Oh, Mr. Joe Marshall.
"It's you!
It's a you. I thought you were dead.
It's a me, Mario!"
Do you remember me from the first movie? You want a drink?
Right? So Frank gets a vodka, and then fucking Joe asks for something, and and then the guy's just kind of like, "What the fuck? Like, we don't have that here." And he's just like, "Ice chamomile tea." So it's just Frank's like, "What kind of shit?"
a chai latte.
Then Frank
Extra
has
soy.
right. Frank has that look. What kind of shit is this?
This was actually the first scene that I noticed this taking place. I don't know if it was in other scenes, but it was the first time where I noticed like the color grading changing, like to slightly different
Like the hue
filters.
levels.
Saturation and hues.
Yeah, which is exactly what was in the original one, but that was due to actual real lighting that was outside, whereas here it was edited. But I think that was done on purpose, and I really like that.
It was
too.
an homage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do that quite a few times throughout the rest of the movie.
A lot.
Yeah, but I think that was the first time that I actually noticed it.
Right? But after this happens, Joe looks over at a woman that is strikingly similar to Jennifer, who was murdered. So they strike up a conversation, and much like we couldn't finish our lovely advertisement a while ago, and much like Joe and Frank can never finish a goddamn conversation, Joe can't really finish a conversation with any motherfucker in this movie, because what happens next?
Doggy.
Oh, hi, doggy. That bitch, literally, that bitch, comes on and just everything goes to shit. An explosion.
Kill the motherfucker.
That's right. Joe and Frank are caught in presumably the middle of a fucking gang war on this airplane.
And I noticed, didn't the actual airplane like shrink in size from the beginning to the fight scene?
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. Because it was like 3 or 4 seats on each side. Now it was like 2 seats on each
They
side.
couldn't find matching stock footage, okay?
No, so they went to a bus.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like. A party bus.
I still like the stock footage, okay?
I just want to know, with that explosion happening, how did that plane not fucking crash? How did nothing get fucked up
We're
in that
post 9/11. We're working on it, okay?
That was a very well-trained pilot, too.
Yeah.
I love how he comes out. Didn't he say something like no robots on plane or no balls?
No
on
balls on plane.
Shoots the motherfucker. He shoots it and it blows up. But then later when that ball reappears, they're shooting it and it won't fucking blow up. This motherfucker must have some goddamn like Death Wish 3 style bullets where fucking
He's got some balls on
where
him.
fucking Paul Kersey packs his own goddamn bullets and blows motherfuckers away. This guy must have packed his own bullets. He's like, I'll fucking shoot this fucking flying saucer ball out of the air. I do this all the time.
And you know what was funny about that whole entire fight scene? It was just how, like, awkward and casual they were when they were walking around and fighting each other. You ever notice that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it was just this intense scene. You have guns going off in the background at each other and shit. Everybody's, like, going crazy. And all of a sudden, they're just, like, shuffling around like, oop, that's my seat. Hold on, let me get back to you real quick. Oh, shit. And they were just, like, trying to get to the seat. Like, it was just so weird.
So then after all that shit happens, Joe just kind of like arms Melina, who is the chick he met, and him and Frank are just kind of like, let's go to the fucking police station. Like, what the fuck was this?
The plane instantly landed. They went to the police station all within a split second.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to the original chief.
Right.
absolutely. But goddamn, I really fucking enjoy Joe Estevez as as Robert Harmon.
Yeah.
Is. So, you mentioned something earlier while we were watching it during that interrogation scene about there being actual fucking police work in this one.
Yeah, like in the original one, there was the bare minimum of ninjas and samurai. Like, the characters existed and they were throughout the movie, but there was no kung fu. There was one scene that involved swords, but there was very little actual samurai going on. And in the original movie, there was like maybe 5 minutes of actual police work, and it really just consisted of just pictures in the picture room or whatever.
When Joe goes to that fucking sliding glass door, police, freeze!
Yeah, that was the extent of it. And this one, there was actual police work. There were actual uniforms. There was like, it felt like an...
There were badges. There were uniforms.
There were guns.
There was an interrogation room.
Yeah.
There was a police station.
They're sitting there. Melina's sitting there. Joe's kind of leaning on the table. And then Frank just kind of leans in and he's all like, "Why do you want to kill me?" I'm sorry. That's the wrong movie.
Where are the other drugs going?
Where are the other porn stars going?
Where are the other porn stars coming?
All over the place.
Rachel!
Rachel!
Lexi Bell!
Rip in peace, as the youngsters say. Rip in peace.
But yeah, basically Frank was interrogating heavily on Melina the entire time. I was like, why were you here? What were you doing? How do you know us so well? Blah, blah, just literally like riddling her with questions. And then Joe's like, no, hold on, Frank. She's stressed. And he leans over and is like, we need to give her time to relax and recuperate. Do you want me to take you home?
Yeah.
Sure, Joe. Okay.
We know where this is going.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Actually, it's going to breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always cooks, and he's in his old home from the original movie. But he's been in another country for years.
Many
Well,
years.
I wouldn't say like another country.
Another location.
Yeah. So, you brought that up.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, like, how is he even getting the bills to pay them, let alone paying the bills without a job in the police force? Because I was under the impression that he was unemployed. He was off the grid.
Well, maybe with the medallions he was making.
Maybe, yeah.
But still, I wouldn't see that as a sufficient enough income to fucking survive off of and to pay fucking rent in Los Angeles.
And that's not a bad house. It's right by the beach. Like,
How is that house not foreclosed by the bank?
yeah.
How did he even afford that on a cop's salary?
Did he even get a cop salary?
Maybe he's got that Japanese money hidden out somewhere.
That yen.
Yeah.
See, there's so many plot holes. There's so many things that
No,
have
no,
not
no,
been
no. It's not
explained.
plot holes. These are things that the director made specifically to make us talk. Okay? There are hidden meanings in here somewhere. We're just not intelligent enough to see them.
Oh!
Duh!
Somebody touching my spaghetti! Stop touching it.
Marshall.
Quit touching my spaghetti. Get off of it, you fucking dude. Get off my spaghetti!
Jesus Christ, I was hungry.
You just ate earlier.
That was my lunch.
Oh. Well,
Bitch!
I guess you can have some of my spaghetti. I bet that tastes good.
Fucking did.
Okay, good. So,
With that Parmesan all over it.
Parmesan oregano!
3 cheese blend!
Yeah! So, on a cop's salary affording this goddamn house that apparently has been in the same location, you think he would have had the appliances updated too.
But he didn't.
He did not.
Oh,
He
Tommy
didn't-
Wiseau.
He did not. Which, again, the fucking nightclub that these motherfuckers go into, that Bailing's character Doggy goes into, and they take out they take out the head of the Kitano, or they take out the lady named Kitano, and
The VP, I think, or something.
dude, yeah, and that sequence alone was fucking awesome. Just because you were pointing out, you're like, oh my god, she's like my favorite character in this movie now,
Oh, die, motherfucker!
and just blows them the fuck away.
She had like a freaking like grenade launcher, like a heavy duty shotgun. And this chick is like no bigger than me. How does the recoil not like knock her back like 10 feet?
Cause she's a bad mamma jamma.
I know, but still. That was like a jackhammer of a fucking shotgun.
It was absolutely wonderful, though.
It was.
Yes, it was.
And then your favorite little porn star duo with her.
Oh, that was the the second pointless sex scene, because they show.
I ain't care.
Well, because they show Frank like getting some intel, and then they fucking show. I think that was like before he went to go see Joe or whatever. So he gets the intel. 5-minute sex scene. Cut to Frank coming down like to some stairs or some shit, and it's just okay.
Because we needed this.
Okay, but I like girls with blue hair, so you can show her naked all you want.
There's that. But anyway,
Which they do eventually, you know.
right? We'll cut forward because I think that went back a little ways. Like we cut forward, and
Shing.
Joe is having like between dating Melina now. The rival gangs keep escalating their war. Frank is trying to, kind of do his own kind of detective work on the side. Joe is having what we presumed at first, before it was later confirmed to be hallucinations in his
TV,
fucking house.
The TV episodes that he would have, basically.
The fucking yik lung.
Tastes good, yik lung. It was like a Russian commercial or something, too.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
It was the best.
What was it? What was that product?
I have no idea.
Was it like beef jerky or tobacco or, some kind of mint? I don't fucking know. It was yik lung.
Yik lung.
I just want some kale chips now.
Oh my god.
Some kale chips made here
In
in
Portland,
Portland, Washington.
Portland, Washington. Better study your Pacific Northwest.
I love that they did that.
Joe has some like pretty decent one-liners in this one, honestly.
He did in the first one too.
Speaking of, didn't we forget when he was looking for Joe in the beginning how he was just like, Joe, you here? Joe, hey, you here? Joe, hey, you here? Like the entire 2 minutes he was doing it.
Yeah, he did that.
It was amazing.
It's
was.
it's like that horror movie trope where like you go into a fucking house that obviously the killer's in. Hello? Anybody in here? Hello?
But even that was better produced than, hey, where you at? Joe, hey, I know you here. Joe, hey.
Where you at? Joe. Joe. Drop a beat. Joe, where you at? Hey, Joe, where you at? Joe, where you at? Joe, where you at? Joe, where you at? Hey, Joe, where you at, motherfucker?
Wake up. Joe, where you at? Joe, where you at? Bitch, where you at? Shit, I ran in these chains.
Okay, goddamn.
Ow.
And then he finds him.
Fast forward.
Fast forward to now. Any fucking way. So, where were we?
Whenever they were staking out the facility,
That's right, when he gets all tuxed out and shit.
and he was looking at, Joe, come look at this. And he pulls out the binoculars, and then yet again, a footage from the last movie pops up. Oh, they're here.
Like the rooftop sequence in the very beginning of the first film, like looking like the binoculars he's looking in have like green.
Night vision.
They're night vision, which is the only fucking time it's night vision in those goggles in the middle of the day. Fuck, man.
Noon in Los Angeles. We need night vision.
And then we cut to Joe Marshall going over there and a really cool fight sequence happening.
A better produced fight sequence than the last film.
Absolutely. Joe kicking some serious ass and then, getting into this place and Ralph fucking Garman as the bartender. What a surprise. Actually, no, he was one of the top Kickstarter contributors.
Because he had true faith in this film.
That's how he got the role.
I now wish I had like a huge paying job.
Just to fucking give money, but like, let me be in your movie.
Yeah.
Just the random filmmakers.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So he goes in there, and then like I'll cut back to it in a second, but there's one point where he looks at Melina and he's all like, you ever thought about going blonde or whatever? Because she's got darker hair. So he's leaned up at the bar, and then Doggy comes up, and starts striking up a conversation where Joe's like, "Oh, I'm with I'm head of or like the head of Katano or some shit," and then she's like, "Oh, Katano's wiped out," like Tommy Wiseau's character, he's now assumed her position, so he's looking for revenge, obviously. But she's like, "Didn't you know?" And he's just like, "Yeah, sure." He just kind of like plays dumb for a second, and then pops a kale chip in his mouth after fucking denying wanting one.
And they looked disgustingly delicious.
I suddenly want kale chips now.
Yeah. You could send us those. Please.
From Portland, Washington.
If you're out there in Portland, Washington,
please send us kale chips.
I work at the dollar store. I don't get much food.
I don't think kale exists around here.
What is kale?
I'm starving.
I'll do you better. Why is kale?
Oh, too soon.
Aww. No spoilers.
Because she's green.
No spoilers here.
I'm going to cry now.
It's okay. So,
suck it up.
Right? So, he notices Melina walking in a red dress and blonde fucking hair.
She wigged out.
She totally wigged out. And then the binoculars suddenly go from night vision to regular, and Frank is screaming at Joe, "Joe, can you hear me? Joe, answer me back, blah, blah, blah." And they're about to have a big shootout again because Doggy comes in with her big-ass gun. All right.
Gonna kill a motherfucker!
Yeah! And then just proceeds to blow them away. And that big, bald motherfucker that is obviously in front of a green screen just fucking marching in place.
In Los Angeles.
That shit.
He has arrived.
Dude, I fucking, I want to shit on that, but I'm not gonna because it was fucking fantastic. I loved it. He just, holy crap. This is everything I wanted. If they were gonna do a sequel, before this happened, I was like, if they're gonna do a sequel, please do it like this. Do some shit like this. And they fucking did. I was just like, yes, god damn it. And that one guy fucking hiding behind him, when they're getting shot at, and he's just pushing the big dude up front.
Yeah,
he's just no, he's just getting fucking shot up.
He's trying to get him out as safe as possible, but he ends up getting shot anyway.
Damn bullets. And then the start, we'll get to it later. So the start of the running gag where Frank just kind of walks in after the police kind of bust in and everybody's done been shot to death. And he just walks in, points his gun around, shoots, and then a dude falls onto a fucking chair ottoman. And you're just like, damn. They timed that shit just right because the song cut off as soon as the fucking gunshot happened too. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So they get out of there, and I want to say a little bit more exposition is tossed out that Frank and Joe are Frank kind of reveals to Joe that Melina is not who she says she is, all this other shit.
Plot twist. And then magically they go in, and
there is a character that is introduced, and he is actually part of the Ginza clan, but he winds up coming in as quote-unquote FBI and taking over the case, quote-unquote. And Joe and Frank are suspended. And now here's where the continuity starts to become very fucking visible.
Okay, so the scene where they get suspended, all right?
They walk in.
Homeboy has a red tie on, a duster trench coat and everything. Joe had...
Yeah, that was Cutter.
So Cutter had a duster and a red tie and everything. Joe had on a red plaid and black t-shirt or shirt. So they cut to the scene where they're talking to each other in his office. Homeboy Cutter has a black tie on suddenly, and Joe has a blue plaid shirt.
Completely different
attire, all in the same fucking 5-minute time frame. How?
Movie magic.
Dun dun dun.
That editing though.
And then
there's more.
Joe walks out with a red shirt.
Yes. Well, no. He doesn't walk out with a red shirt. He walks out.
No, you're right. He walks out in the blue shirt.
When you leave the bar at 3 a.m.
And he's having his conniption fit, just tossing cops aside, being all pissed off. And they're like, "Hey, Joe, calm down. What's going on?
Well,
bitch, get off."
What was that move? You gonna teach me that like you said you would 20 years ago? Bitch, you were cum 20 years ago.
Yeah, that dude was young. Okay, he was probably my age. I'm 21, dude.
And then we cut to the next scene.
Where Joe and Frank, Joe goes to the bar to meet up with Frank. He's still in the blue shirt. And this is the fight sequence we all had fun watching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, can't finish a conversation. You know, Frank spits off at Joe like, "Oh, I'm in hiding. I gave up." You know, blah blah blah. So people bust in.
And literally cookie cutter of action sequence, basically.
Can we talk about Matthew Corradis, Joe Marshall, giving the John Cena attitude adjustment finishing move to that dude through the fucking table with the chips on it?
Mm-hmm. The kale chips on it.
It was beautiful.
It's John Cena! The line that cracked, because I was like, "Hey Cody, watch," and you looked up right when Frank busts that dude in the face next to the payphone, and he was like, "What?" He was like,
"Nope, it's a wrong number."
"Yeah, sorry, wrong number." Like, puts the phone up to his face, and I'm just like, "Oh, fuck."
Best scene ever, in my opinion. I don't care what these two fuckers say. That was gold.
That really was.
That hit my punny bone so hard. Sorry, wrong number.
Who the fuck still uses a payphone?
Bars. This is 91, by the way.
Well, no, this movie's like 25 years after 1991.
No, this is not.
Oh, we're in 1991 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How are we doing a podcast if it's 1991?
How the fuck do we have this technology in front of us if it's...
What's happening?
It's not even here. My hand's going through it.
What you're listening to, it doesn't exist. This is all your imagination.
You don't even exist.
Ponder that. Wait, what the...
That was the car of time coming to whisk us away.
Marty!
Great Scott!
We have to go back.
Back to 2018.
Yes. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm fucking done with that shit.
Okay, so we continue on, and
They get in the car.
No.
Or this
There's a part that you forgot.
Oh God, yes, no.
So home chick, one of the two home chicks goes to fight Joe, and they're going hand to hand and whatnot. And all of a sudden, the last hit that Joe gives literally does the Grand Theft Auto fucking like wasted cutscene.
Yeah, like he punches her, and the screen like cuts to like this real shade of like washed purple and red. And I sat there, and I died out laughing a little bit. And these two were like, "What?" And I was like, hold up. I backed it up, and I was like, they should have just plastered "wasted" on the fucking screen when that happened. And can we please talk about every time somebody got hit with such force that there was like an echo effect or delay on the fucking sound? Yeah, like.
It was amazing, man.
It was so fucking cool, though. But goddamn, dude, and he punches that chick so hard right in the face, like just like right in the fucking face.
It knocks her out for like 2 minutes, and then they leave, and she looks up like nothing happened.
like she enjoyed it, just like wipes the blood off her face. Like,
She's a fucking masochist, dude.
I don't doubt that one bit. I think it's one of the porn stars too, so there's probably a good reason.
She has weird fetishes, and that's one of them.
That's right. So then they go to the car.
Yes.
And Joe magically has the red and black plaid fucking flannel shirt back on.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it!
This is all within an hour or two. This is like...
Well, not even. Maybe like 20 minutes.
Still. Continuity, people. Come on. I know you're trying to be cheeseball, but still.
Morning is for two things: coffee and continuity.
And we have neither.
That's right. So, yeah. After that is when, if I'm not mistaken, they decide to go above the law.
Right.
And fight these motherfuckers head on themselves. Which Joe's been having like all these visions about getting the map to the complex, which the complex is where the Katana gang is housed. Mm-hmm. Where Fujiyama has been planning on killing every other fucking organization.
Fujiyama.
Are you... excuse me. Are you Fujiyama? Which is funny because I love that it sounded like he was just like... In the first movie, Matt Corradis was sitting there. He's just like, do I really have to fucking say this line? Are you food? Like, he just reads, like, it looks like he's just reading, like, the script off camera. And he's, like, the first time he's read, like, the character's name. And he's just, like, because the fact that Fuj and then Fujiyama, he's just looking and he's all like, These lazy bastards. Are you... I can't believe I'm... Like, he's having that inner monologue. Are you... I can't believe I'm about to say this. Fujiyama.
Which, by the way, one of my favorite parts about the movie, his facial expressions.
Oh, Matt Kratos?
Yeah, because every time they stick to like this like 10-second clip of his face, he literally just goes like Weird Owl. Like, just,
The wild eyes.
he's just like so lost in his own thought. He's just...
Oh, it's so great, though. God damn it. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. So, he gets the map. Before
Don't
he gets
forget.
the map, I'm not. It's where I'm going. So he goes to the what was the place he went to in the first movie when he had the wig and the cap and the sweatshirt? Was he working out? Was he going to he was going to a surveillance station, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So he was talking to God damn, I can't remember the character's name now, and I feel like stupid. So
You are stupid.
I am stupid. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you for that. So he goes to talk to him, and this is where he's getting more intel about, like, oh, most people get into the complex and they don't leave. So he comes out, goes downstairs, and the fucking one-armed bandit shows up from the first movie.
Lucky.
What a fucking name! Please tell us who Lucky is, Devin.
Lucky is this dude who got his arm chopped off in the first movie, and he's got like a fake arm in this one, but it's in a cast sling thing.
Explain that.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but he gave a salute with that hand. Like, he picks up his fake hand and just salutes instead of using like his other arm.
But he gives this exposition that he's turned his life around and wants to help.
Right. But please explain to me why he doesn't use his real arm to salute.
I think that was honestly like comedic effect, but damn.
I am glad that they did that still, but it's just my inner like OCD is just like, why? Just the way he did it. He picked his arm up and just did it himself.
You dense motherfucker. Like,
only if this is what you want.
oh yeah, because he's the guy that hands him the fucking keys to the complex. And he's just like, what the... All right, so... Got those good vibrations! Such a sweet sensation! You're welcome.
I'm too young to get that reference.
We will teach you, ground grasshopper.
That's right. We will show you the ways of the Funky Bunch.
I'll be the sensei, you can be the master.
Yes.
That's right. Gross.
Mastered that ass.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, so Joe finds his way to the complex, enters this motherfucker.
Hold on.
Oh,
Rewind.
I'm letting you come in because I know where you're going with this.
The gatekeeper is in a fucking jungle, and she gets slit in the stomach by Joe, no doubt.
And I say jungle, or you say jungle. This is very obviously green screened in.
Very dense green screen, okay? And then they cut away. She's sitting there enjoying the blood, the fake blood, at this point, splattering out of her guts, and you literally see the wound just like shift around on her stomach, and then it just explodes.
When she laughs, like the muscles tense up and shoots the blood everywhere.
Right. So, after that's done, there's a fucking desert.
Wide fucking panning, like, overhead shot of desert, and it's just the complex.
And Joe suddenly walks in and fights 3 ninjas.
Not the 3 ninjas that kicked back, or the 3 ninjas at Mega Mountain at high noon.
No, the 3 ninjas that can't act.
That's right.
Which, my problem with this scene is basically, they're all spread out in that one tiny ass room, okay? And then the next scene is
Room.
Joe grabs one of them's arm in the next scene automatically and then breaks it.
Broke that dude's neck, too.
How did that happen? He was like 3 or 4 feet away from it, and he suddenly had his arm over his shoulder.
Ninja vanish.
Ninja vanish!
That's right. And the funny part about this Joe's kind of working his way through the complex, like taking out motherfuckers here and there. He takes the crazy motherfucker out that is like speaking like wild Japanese, talking about how like you're all gonna drink my piss, this, that, and the other.
Which, that was the one line that pissed Joe off the most. He was not going to go down.
Yeah, he got his ass beat, and then he was like, "You all drink my piss." Joe was like, "Not today, motherfucker.
I drink no one's piss.
You're in trouble."
Make it double. I bet you're pissed off about that.
Oh.
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
Ew. We have gone through this entire thing without talking about the man himself, Tommy Wiseau.
Well, that's what I was going to be getting at.
Okay, good boy.
Because he gets real prominent towards the end and shit. But
Yeah.
I want to talk about...
He
beats this... No. The piss drinker guy.
Okay.
He beats the fuck out of this dude in the face. And then that fucking line, should have gone to Japanese school.
Which I didn't know there was such a thing as a Japanese school.
There are tons of Japanese schools.
But there's a specific Japanese school that Joe was talking about.
I know, and that guy should have attended.
Mm-hmm. I bet he was pissed off about that.
I love the filter that they put, like, in the last shot of that dude's face.
Yeah, with the like Photoshop from the 90s looking like
That
effects.
new metal like album cover effect.
He had like blood dripping down his face. He had like scars on his face. Here
Yeah.
and, there. And it was just like it shifted as he turned his head. It's like nah.
Like sci-fi channel shit.
Literally Sharknado quality.
Right? So, you brought this up, dude. And you, Devin, you fucking laughed whenever Cody said this shit. In walks Frank with his partner to the complex.
How the fuck did he find him?
Joe had to get a fucking map.
Did he follow the body trail to that place? I mean, literally, there was only one body.
But still.
How did this motherfucker find the complex when it took Joe a map?
Because it's Frank.
That he had
He's a genius.
He breaks the fourth wall and he's suddenly a genius?
Yes.
Okay. Or did he have the map on that chick's ass in the beginning?
Yeah.
Because he literally spread the cheeks. And
I noticed that too.
Right?
Made me hungry.
That's right, sir.
Dark chocolate.
Ass eatery.
So,
but yeah, how did these two find the complex when Joe literally had to go through all these loopholes and deep ends and fuck with me shits to get to this map?
yeah. So, he gets there. His partner has a sword now. Slices and dices all these motherfuckers. Frank walks in through a door, shoots twice. Ninja jumps out, purposely jumps out. Ah!
It's like half of his body shows, and he just. But what I loved about this scene is Frank just literally walks in, just casual, looks around, and goes 1, 2,
and then turns around, talks, has some dialogue, and then turns around and fires like 5 or 6 shots, and then this other guy. Like just fucking. It was purposely done. You know it was. It was that could not have been like. You know,
Grade A acting by the ninjas. Grade A.
And the Oscar goes to
the whole entire ninja clan from Samurai Cop 2.
Thank you so fucking much, Greg. So, that was a legit thank you. That's funny as shit. So, cut to...
Speaking of the ninja acting, the part where the two of them were walking behind and they're like, there's over there. And then he walks up and he's just like...
Oh yeah, he breaks the fucker's neck.
Yeah.
He's like, I will be the one to kill him. He's like, oh, really, fucker. Joe walks in to face off with, hi, Dougie.
Tommy Wiseau.
No,
We're not that far yet.
Bai Ling.
Oh, that.
We haven't gotten that far.
Okay, look, you pointed at me, so I got hyped.
No, fucker. No,
Fight
not
me.
yet. Fight me, you fucking cunt.
Hold on, we forgot about a part.
Did we?
Oh wait, no, because that was after this part. The part with the what was it, Olam?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe. No, that was right before, because Joe's about to get his ass handed to him.
right. So literally,
Joe or Frank, one of them.
So literally, Cutter and his disciple or his son or whatever the fuck he is at this point, they're confronting Joe and they're about to go down. And this random ass motherfucker. I can't remember his name. What was it? Olan something. And he literally starts like shooting at them, and he just disappears. Like, go ahead, Joe.
Molaram.
Yeah.
Molaram.
Okay. And he's like, they will remember the day of Molaram.
And then the guy won't fucking die because he's like talking about how like he's gonna bring honor. I will bring bitches.
I will bring bitches and vengeance to you, Father.
And then Molaram just like sneaks back in and fucking caps his ass in the middle of his fucking speech.
Molaram.
It's so great. So we get to
another favorite of mine.
Thank you again. So we get to the fight with Joe and Doggy, which...
That was so weird.
Yeah, so it's implied that Doggy has like a sexual fantasy with Joe, and...
She literally believes that it happened.
Yeah, like the entire time they're fighting, there is just cuts of them fucking, basically, so...
Whenever Joe kills her, there's so much blood, and it just gave me life.
Her life ending gave you life?
Yeah.
It was like a Keurig of blood. It was just... Joe pushed a button. Because all you heard was...
And it goes on for so long.
It's a fucking Slayer. Like, they're bringing blood!
It was awesome.
It really fucking was.
Like, I know it's supposed to be bad, but that's what made it awesome.
Yeah.
It was like a Gushers commercial from the 90s. You see the like juice...
Fruit Gushers? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let the juice out.
Boy, let that juice out.
But let's rewind back for a second, because that scene was kind of like a after effect of what this part was. Whenever Joe had that like vision of the samurai armor,
Yeah.
and it was literally like cutting back and forth between Joe and the armor, and he's like, "I am not you," and literally Devin's favorite duo here was fucking full on naked, minus shoes, and they were fighting each other with samurai swords, which are Japanese swords.
According to
Joe, in the middle of a fucking tundra, just slow motion, hitting each other with swords. I am not you.
I am Joe Marshall.
Look, okay. We keep referencing that these women are my two favorites ever.
This is true.
If the director or if they hear this themselves, just anybody with the contacts to them, if not them themselves, if you can please I just want this one thing, okay? Just kiss a piece of paper and sign it, send it to us. I will frame it. I will make sure that it is buried with me when I die. Just please.
That's a great request.
Yeah.
If Bylene could do that for me, that would be great.
Dude, she was so badass in this movie.
I loved her.
She was so fucking badass in this movie. That was a great casting direction call, like right there. Shit. So she dies,
gushing,
but she kisses Joe as she dies,
which would be really weird.
And before we get to the final battle, let's talk about how when the head Kitano, the VP, was murdered, Linton Kitano, which is played by Tommy Wiseau, goes fucking insane at her quote-unquote funeral or viewing, because she's like, her body is sitting in a chair and he is just whining and throwing shit around and swearing revenge on all this.
Why did you do it? Oh, why did you do it?
Just everywhere.
Yeah,
and I fucking love this man.
And then by far the best scene in the movie. Hi, Joe.
And it was just so fucking subtle. And that's what we're getting to. Joe like walks in this fucking corridor area, and you just cut camera pan over Wiseau in all of his fucking glory holding a gun. Hi, Joe. I fucking died, okay? Jesus Christ, please.
Tommy Wiseau
This is where you shine,
This
sir.
is just my hero, dude. Like, this is my favorite man in the entire world, okay?
This guy is not atheist. He believes in the God, and his name is Tommy.
the
Yes.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit
Spirit.
of the room.
It's just... I want to get a tattoo of Tommy Wiseau Like, I want to do it.
As that character.
Yeah.
What a story, Devin.
Dude, Tommy is just... He is just a national treasure. He's the American, like, story that we all want, okay?
He really fucking is.
Like, it's this foreigner who comes in with nothing and then gets rich and famous based off of his own self-made work. He is my hero, okay? And he deserves the Oscars. True. All of them. He could be in a movie. He should get Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, even Best Actress, Best Director, Best everything, okay? I want this man to win it all.
Budweiser presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Man of Genius.
This bud goes to you, Tommy Wiseau. Hey there, Joe!
All right, Joe. Like, I swear to God, dude. This was like... Okay, if you're going to watch... If anybody out there does any type of... And I'm not really condoning this, but goddamn, this movie deserves it, especially this scene. If you want to drop acid before you watch this specific scene, fucking do it.
Now.
Right now.
I love that Tommy is holding a gun at Joe. And then, I understand that this is samurai stuff, okay? But he puts the gun away and then pulls out a samurai sword.
He doesn't put it away, he
Throws it out.
Right. But here's the thing. Cody, you even said this. You were like, okay, so why even take the gun out if you're going to be a samurai?
Exactly.
What is this?
What is this mockery of the samurai?
I think what it was they may have been going for was like, oh, he was enraged because he was trying to avenge it, blah blah blah. He's trying to stop Joe as being the chosen one to bring, all this shit down. He's just so enraged he wants to shoot him, then he's like, nah, honor, motherfucker. Sword!
And then they have the best sword fight ever. Okay? There are sparks flying and everything. And then one of them, okay, they throw the swords at each other. There's a slight pause, like ever so slight pause, and Tommy just kind of taps his sword against Joe's sword again.
Gracefully.
Yeah, like, it was just it was like, okay, here's the first one, and then the second one. It was amazing.
Touching the tips ever so slightly.
That's right. When these two are in a scene together, sparks fly.
Literally.
So, obviously Joe gains the upper hand, slices Tommy Wiseau in the chest and stomach area, and he's dying, and then he's confessing to him that his initiation into this gang was to murder a beautiful girl.
And
the noises he made while dying. Yeah.
Okay. Literally, they explain that Tommy was the little boy who killed.
She's a wolf in mouse clothing.
So they explain that Tommy was the guy that killed old girl in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, he killed Jennifer.
So,
man, he ages like rapidly too.
Dude, when I said that Joe aged like a banana, I mean Tommy aged like a banana. It was bad. Because this kid's probably like, what?
16,
Gotta be like
18.
maybe 16 to 18,
Yeah.
19 at best.
25 years later, this man looks about 60.
Well,
Lost his damn
Tommy's
mind.
62, so...
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Continuity!
No, it's perfect, okay? Because, you know what? No, this was a fourth wall break.
It was.
Because Tommy always says that he is younger than he really is. So that maybe. That's like whenever they told Joe, they were like, oh, so you're back from the dead? That might be a callback to, in real life, they thought that the guy that played Samurai Cop was dead. In real life, people thought this on the internet.
You're a legend here, Joe. I'm a legend. Everybody thought I was dead.
Yeah, and that goes back to, like you said, everybody thought Matt Corredas had died.
Right. So, maybe, with Tommy being young in the beginning of the movie, that might be a fourth wall break. I'm probably giving this movie way too much credit, but hey.
It makes us think.
One Yeah, well, one thing I wanted to point out that I did forget earlier, there was a conversation where this kid walks in where Frank and Joe are sitting down, and he's like, "Hey, I remember seeing you. You were fighting this ninja or something in the woods with a sword." And he's like, "Nah, there's a lot of maniac cops out there." And I love that fucking reference to Robert Zarr, because Robert Zarr had played in as the villain in the first film, but he was also in the Maniac Cop films. That was a fucking brilliant line.
Mm-hmm.
Which was funny because in the facility, the complex, it had his image on the very side wall next to the door.
Yeah, from the first movie. Because Robert Zarr was actually supposed to be in this movie, but he died before production began.
So sad.
Yeah, like
Rip.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so it's revealed that as Tommy, his character Linton, is giving his final speech and about to commit
Seppuku.
Yeah, you know, he's gonna harikari. He's gonna fucking harikari the shit out of himself. In walks Jennifer, aka Melina, and she's like, "Don't kill him, Joe.
He's my brother.
And we used you to infiltrate and put an end to the war, blah, blah, blah.
Set aside your emotions for our civilization.
Now, Kith.
Now go home, Joe. Be yourself." Incest.
Yeah, so she...
all while
Linton
is like...
But... Yeah, but like full on, like just plant... Not tonguey, but like just plants one on her brother.
Well, that was also in Empire Strikes Back, which is widely considered one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time.
But they didn't know.
They did not.
This chick knew that they were thing, and they still did. Luke and Leia never knew they were brother and sister.
You know, we live in the South, and it's okay for all of this, so maybe they are being culturally appropriate.
Who said we were okay with that?
Yeah, no shit.
We were born and raised in L.A., Louisiana.
Not L.A., good. California.
Yeah, those people are a completely different breed.
You want to elaborate on that racist comment?
No.
That's what I thought, motherfucker.
Anyway.
I'll punch you in the dick.
So, incest, it's the best.
Nope. Nope.
Totally kidding.
So basically, another problem I had, which was so stupid, but why was Melina dressed like she just got out of a fucking sex scene?
She probably did.
She was probably fucking Linton beforehand.
It's fucking Caden Cross. She probably really was, like, just getting out of a sex scene. So
post-production off of one into this one.
Yep. Literally into. So so they kiss, and then that's cut to credits. That's the end of the fucking movie. And then they finally get to the actual rolling credits, and then we're treated to an after sequence where old boy from the airplane serving the drinks on the cart rolls up in a taxi as Frank, Joe, and his new partner are coming out of the fucking place. Detective Higgins. I'm fucking losing my mind. Yeah, they all come out.
Worn out dominatrix, you mean?
Fuck yeah. So,
by the way, I love her sword swinging action. She just like
number one.
Horizontally swiping, just ah.
Amen, brother Ben. Fuck yeah.
But back to Mr. How many part-time transportation jobs do you have? A lot.
Take them home, please. And then basically Joe just tells Frank, he's like, I'm going to just, have no home anymore. He's not going with him, and he's just going to go it alone. And then out stumbles this random chick talking about, I don't want to fight.
I'm done being bad. I want to be good. What's tag team?
And he just looks down at her, and she's like, yeah, I know. Keep it warm. And then thank you, Joe, for breaking the fourth wall and hitting us with the word bingo. Yeah.
That's the Joe we know.
He ain't no regular Joe. He's Joe motherfucking Marshall.
Yeet.
So, as a whole, I really did enjoy this movie a lot. I like the first one so fucking much, though, because it was unintentionally humorous. This one, they kind of like tried to give us that, and I understand giving us that, but I really did enjoy the fact that there was some plot elements, even though a couple of them kind of fell through, and also the fact that there were actual samurai things happening. Joe was actually speaking in Japanese correctly and fluently like he was supposed to, and he was actually being a fucking samurai with doing like chanting and shit like that, prepping. Then actual police work, like they actually went above and beyond with this, and I was really happy with that.
It was like more of an homage to the fan base because they literally contributed so much time and effort and money to get this sequel to happen. So I basically feel the same way.
Same.
Yeah, like in a way, like when I first watched it, because I've seen it 4 times now. When I first watched it, I didn't know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting literally Samurai Cop 2 to be Samurai Cop again, with the low quality and the dubbing and all of that stuff. So whenever I first saw this and I saw the production value and I saw purposefully done humor, at first I was taken back by it. I didn't dislike it. I did enjoy it, but I wasn't sure how to handle it. But then after rewatching it a few more times, the more I watch it, the more I do enjoy it.
For sure. And same here. Any thoughts from you?
Nah, I'm pretty much tapped out.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay, well, I have a couple of things I want to say before we roll out of here. There is actually a second cut to this film. Shout out, and I'm really hoping he's listening to this. Gregory Hatanaka actually personally reached out to us on Facebook and thanked us for this and everything. It was really cool to hear from him, and he offered a little bit of insight where only about like 20% of the script was actually shot for this movie before, in his own words, like chaos had kind of ensued and shit got shut down. And he wasn't really happy with this cut of the film. So if anybody out there listening wants to watch this, but if you really want to watch it the way that Greg had intended for everybody, Cinema Epoch, actually, which is what Greg is the president of, the production company, they actually have a line of films that are out on Amazon Prime Video for rental and buying digitally. Revenge of the Samurai Cop is actually Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance, but it is actually recut with some of the nudity toned down, if not all of it, and they actually added a little bit more with Tommy Wiseau's character in it, and I think this is more of what Greg really wanted to have happen. Mm-hmm. So it's out on Amazon Prime. Please go check this out. If you want to see the cut that we just reviewed, it is actually available to buy on Blu-ray and DVD at Amazon.com. But yeah, fucking big damn shout out to Greg Hatanaka for actually reaching out to our little corner of the internet and having some nice things to say. We really do wish you guys all the continued success because we want Samurai Cop 3, goddammit.
Yes.
You the man.
You're such a nice person.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Like, hands down, one of the nicest people I've ever like had the pleasure of talking to. And not just that, I really like the fact that Greg took this on and fucking delivered. Because with all the problems that apparently this production faced, like, the fact that he completed it all and it was something that's watchable and it was pretty damn good, fucking hats off to the guy. Like,
yeah.
Damn awesome. So Samurai Cop 2 definitely holds up with the first one, although I will just because we all love the first one so much, like, that's a fucking cult classic.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think that this movie was a perfect love letter to those that really, really enjoyed the first one.
Agreed.
It was beautiful.
So with that being said, if you guys want to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook at facebook.com/supermediabros. And remember, like we said at the top of the show, that's where you can go give us a 5-star rating and review. And you can do the same 5-star rating and review if you think it's 5 stars. But be honest.
It could be 3, could be 2,
could be
4,
1.
could be none.
Yeah. But go there, do that, send us proof, and we'll send you a sticker. Yeah. So,
Bam.
Yeah. Twitter.com/supermedia_bros. Instagram.com/supermediabros podcast. Come look at our stupid pictures.
Yeah.
Yeet!
That's literally going to be the tag from now on.
I'm going to slap you if you yeet again. That was sexual. Daddy. Spank me, daddy.
Break me down like a common denominator.
That's still one of my favorite things that I've ever said in my life.
Same though. So yeah, that's fucking Samurai Emmy Vice, goddammit, because that's what I really think that these two are. It's like Crockett and Tubbs. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
And I didn't even know the title of this episode until I saw your notebook.
You're fucking welcome. Thank you. Fucking Frank Washington and Joe Marshall breaking down racial barriers one fucking movie at a time. God damn it, yes.
Wink.
I fucking love this bromance. I really do. I fucking love them.
Move
Man,
over Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes. There's a new king of bromance.
That's right. It is Matthew Corradis and Mark fucking Frazier. Literally Mark fucking Frazier.
Beautiful.
All right. We're getting out of here?
Yes.
Yeet.
All right. So, yay!
Goodbye, you guys.
Yeah, that was motherfucking Samurai Emmy Vice. We will be back next week, but until then, I've been Midnight Agent Raw.
And I've been Okami.
I'm Dallas Store Dead.
That's right. So, shades on!
We're off.